Hey guys, Bluebridge here, and just a quick review of our impressive 1-1 draw against Manchester City. Yeah, this review is coming to you late because just after the game I went to see the Bob Marley film One Love. Worth a watch if you haven't seen it. I prefer the play though, but it was okay. It was okay. But anyway, back to the match, and I, like everyone else, thought that we were going to be defeated because Manchester City, they're on a run. And Manchester City, at this business end of the season, they usually grind out win after win after win after win, especially after after Liverpool and Arsenal had impressive away wins today. I thought Manchester City will come back with a reaction, but I was proved wrong. Today, Chelsea were pretty decent. We're pretty good. We weathered the storm a bit. We sort of rode our luck from time to time. We were fortunate that Haaland didn't have his scoring boots on. He missed 2 or 3 chances that a Erling Haaland would normally take. But fortune favours the brave, and I thought today our tactics were quite good. In the first half, I thought we were brave. We weren't too gung-ho. Just like when we played against Aston Villa, the lines between the midfield and the defence weren't too big. And when we did break away, we broke away with purpose and with better end product. In a couple of occasions, we could have gone one up earlier. I'm thinking of the Gusto cross. Okay, it was a little bit behind Jackson, but once Jackson got the ball under control, he's got to do better than that. I say a world-class striker would have finished that, but we had a world-class striker on the other end, on the other side, sorry. He missed a few sitters, so it happens to the best of them. So then we had Sterling, probably an offside position, but still he's got to do better with his control. And I'm thinking, is it going to be one of them games again where Chelsea are going to rue not putting away their chances? But then the two people that a lot of the fan base were getting on the back of, Sterling and Nicholas Jackson, they combined well. And it was Nicholas Jackson who's crossed it to Sterling. Sterling showed a lot of composure this time. He cut inside, what's his name, Kyle Walker, before a neat finish into the far right-hand corner for 1-0 to Chelsea. And this was just before, about 10 minutes before half-time. Great time to score. We held out for the first half and we went in at 1-0. And I thought, it's probably going to be one of them games where Manchester City, because Pep wasn't happy. So I thought, you know what, let's make the most of this because Man City are going to come back in the second half and they will definitely be they'll definitely score 1 or 2. So we need to be defending really good. Plaudits, first of all, to not Gusto. Gusto had a good game, I thought, but plaudits for me. And I think this is the game where this guy became a man, and it was Disasi. Disasi had a fantastic game. He was putting his body on the line, winning every header, and getting out, putting the crosses, cutting out all the crosses. And it was a nice performance from him today. Showed a lot of heart today. Have we found our new Rudiger? And Rudiger, he started off shaky, just like Disasi has had the best of starts at Chelsea, but now he's finding his feet and he's getting used to the Premier League. We saw this kind of dogged performance. And was it the fact that Thiago Silva wasn't there that he felt the responsibility to be the senior defender and take on that task? Because I think sometimes when you have someone like a Thiago Silva there, maybe this guy comes with a massive reputation. Maybe he's a bit in his shadows a bit, but so this time what we saw was a imperious performance, I thought, from Disasi. I think definitely my man of the match. But the more Manchester City were pressurising us, I thought, you know what, the goal's going to come sooner rather than later. And Rodri, why is Rodri? I think first of all, De Bruyne used to score against us a lot. Now it's Rodri, and a deflected shot. Chalobah came on. We changed our system to a back 5, and a lot of fans were giving Poch criticism for this, but I thought it was a good idea because they were getting a lot of joy in the wide areas and getting in a lot of crosses. And I thought and someone's going to be on the end of one of these crosses sooner or later. But by putting Chalobah in, he replaced Palmer. What it allowed us to do is spread the back line, 5 across the back line, and sort of nullify their crosses. So they were still effective, but not as effective when he came on. And the goal didn't come from a cross anyway. It came from a ball which was played out from a goal corner, I think it was in the end. And Rodri, again, a bit fortunate because it came off Chalobah. I think the goalkeeper had it covered. That deflection took it away from the goalkeeper into the roof of the net. But we held out. We held out for a 1-1. The one thing I would have liked Poch to do, I thought taking off Jackson, it invited more pressure on us because it didn't give us that outball. So once we, if we could counter, because Man City were trying for the win, obviously with the 2 results, and 1 point's not enough really for them. 3 points is what they need. So I thought that we could have had we had Jackson there on the break, then we may have had 1 or 2 other chances when they were pushing to get that winner. But if someone said it to me at the beginning of the day that we're going to have a 1-1 draw against Manchester City, I'd have snatched it straight away. So, a bit disappointed because they scored in the 83rd minute and we couldn't hold out. But in the main, a point against Manchester City is nothing to be sniffed at. And the fact is that Manchester City haven't beaten us this season. Since I think when we beat them in the Champions League, they'd won every single match that we played against them since until this season, where we've got those 2 draws, which is, and we went toe to toe with them. I thought we were brave in possession as well. I thought in the midfield, we were dominating that midfield area. Moise Caicedo was a bit rash at times, but I felt that, we were brave enough to play through their press at times. Slight criticism I may have about the goalkeeper, his distribution today I thought was a bit off, and he was a little bit nervy, with his punch and everything else. But in the main, he's had a decent season, so I'm not knocking him for this one game. But I thought I'd just point it out because I don't think today he had one of his better games. But if we can have that, I said when we played Aston Villa, we need to have some consistent performances. We had a great result against Crystal Palace after an indifferent first half, but today I thought we showed a lot of determination, lots of guts, and we showed that we can mix it with the big boys. 2 times now Manchester City have failed to get the better of us, and that's something that we can take, some positives we can take until the rest of the season. Now we've got the Liverpool game, and it was important to go into that Liverpool game with a little bit of confidence, because since that Wolves game, I think the team has galvanised and they're starting to get together now, and you've seen a semblance of what may be a team. So we go into the game against Liverpool in the Cup next week with a little bit of confidence, and our confidence still intact. So hopefully we can do something there. And the fact is now we've only got Arsenal left now of the champions, the teams fighting for the Premier League, and hopefully, I know as I said, every game, I can't say on paper because we've had some poor results, but I'm just hoping that this can be a springboard for the rest of the season, because the guys, as I said, look galvanised now after what happened against Wolves. So we'll see what happens towards the end of the season now. We're level on points now with Brighton. West Ham are in touching distance. Newcastle are in touching distance. So we can fight for that 7th place, even 6th, because Man U, although they're starting to put some good results together now, they are still a team who are hit and miss, and they can go through another poor run. So we've got to be ready to capitalise if they are going to hit another bad patch. But as I said, it's still, I don't know what I'm going to get from Chelsea from 1 week to the next. So I'm not going to be saying that we've turned a corner yet, because I just don't know. But anyway, let's take the positives. A good point today against a title fighting Manchester City. So what do you think? What are your thoughts of the game, what was played earlier? Stick your comments in the section below. And don't forget, as always, to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications to be notified every time I make any videos. So take care. Bye-bye.